God. Oh God. That one. That's a good one. Oh my God. Almost one. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we are going to be fishing with Japanese lures only. Now I already have all the Japanese stuff. We're gonna be throwing the pompadour. I'm gonna be throwing the tiny class. It is rep, so it's still from like Japan or China. Probably not from Japan, so it's not really JDM, but you know, meant to be. But I have a mega bass spinner, but I'm actually at Dunham's. I need to get a trailer for it because it's like a brown, it's like a bluegill color. So that's gonna be the only thing that isn't gonna be JDM. But yeah, let's get in there and see what we can find for a trailer. Let's see what they got. There we go. This is probably what I need to look for. Like that. Oh, look at these. Oh wait, that's like actually perfect. Oh, I don't need the mooch minnow though. I need the freeloader in this color. Literally that color. I need that in the freeloader. They're probably not gonna have it. But this not really what I want. I feel like this is probably a better option. Dang, I really need that. I like the flakes more. Put this back. Definitely like the flakes more. Let me see if they have another section of these. All right, well, of course, it looks like they only have this. So I'm gonna go with this because I like the straight tails for spinner baits. I know you can throw paddle tails, but this is kind of more my style. I don't really like paddle tails too much, to be honest. But Dunham's is pretty slept on. I'm not gonna lie. They're not gonna have any JDM gear, but for conventional stuff, they are pretty loaded. But I'm gonna go pay for this, of course. And then we're actually gonna be doing the river today because the 350Z transmission did blow up. So don't really have a car we can travel into any lakes, ponds. I ain't feeling it, honestly. And it feels good out, feels almost fall time. And you guys know the river's turned up around then. So we're gonna walk the river probably a couple miles today. And hopefully we can get on a 4-pound smallie, of course. But I'll see y'all there. All right, y'all, we got the bag. It was like 8:07, bro. This is why I don't buy. Is this Crush City or whatever, bro? I don't even know. Actually, why am I complaining? I paid $10 for a G-Crack. But that's different. That's JDM stuff. But I got like a 3-minute drive to the spot. It's low-key probably gonna be pretty packed because it's the weekend. But a lot of people kayak it, so we should be okay. But yeah, this is what we're rocking in, bro. My cousin's Mazda. These trans went. If you guys know how to fix a transmission, because I feel like it's just the solenoids, because it was shifting one day, then it wasn't the next, and it was, and I don't know what it's doing now. I just left it alone. But if you guys, have any ideas, everything's in the inside of the transmission, so that sucks. But what can you do? Hopefully getting a CRV this week. That's gonna be lit. Gonna be traveling, living out of it. Not really, because I'll live with my grandma still, because I'm only 17, but I'm saying traveling, long vacations for no price at all besides gas and food, normal necessities. And I'm coming to Texas, I'm coming to Florida. I'm gonna see all you boys down there. I'm gonna show y'all how to get to business. And I'm catching a 10-pounder, hopefully. I don't know, last time I went to Florida, if you guys watch those videos, it did not go well. Didn't even catch a 3-pounder, probably 2 was my biggest, but I did lose like a 6-7. Growing out, man. But yeah, I actually did lose like a 6 or 7-pounder on the frog. Got it all on GoPro. Go check that video if you guys haven't. I'll link it somewhere in here. But let me stop yapping. Let's get to fishing. If I don't catch 20-inch smallie today on the Tiny Clash, the rep Tiny Clash, I think I'm gonna quit fishing. Somebody can have my TikTok, my YouTube, everything. Just comment down below if you want it. But I'll see you guys at the spot. Okay, so we are all set up. I got my 7.4 Power Heavy throwing the fake TK. And then I have a 7.3 medium fast action. I'm throwing a bellows gill on a free rig. Yes, it's on a weighted hook. And yes, I was too lazy to switch it, so we're just gonna run it like that. And then we have a drop shotted Q-bomb on the 8-pound line BFS setup. So got a little walk over there to the water and see if we can get on some fish. All right, so I think we know what's gonna be the hardest here and the easiest. Obviously, well, I've really never did a full swim bait send here, so maybe the TK won't be hard, but obviously the 3.8 is going to be the easiest, I'm thinking. I've never thrown it on a free rig with a weighted belly hook. I've thrown it like Texas rig, and then with the drop shot weight as the free rig. That's just how I do it. I know it's not really a true free rig, but it gets the job done. And then we have a drop shot Q-bomb, which I kind of just discovered myself, and lost one fish on it, and other than that I haven't had any bites or anything else. But we have hooked into a smallmouth with this. I think it was a smallmouth. I mean, that's probably the only thing it would be, but have not thrown it here. This is probably some, if we get some quick moving current, depending on if I want to get waist deep, we'll go upriver. If not, we'll just head down. But I think I got one. I do got one. No way. Out the current. Smallmouth. He is fighting, dude. Not a big one, but I'll take it. Look at that. Oh. No. Poor guy. How did that? Oh, dude. How did that just break off like that? Well, that is the first fish of the day. Probably like a little bit under of a pound of a smallmouth. Now he's got a... Damn, that sucks. I hate leaving hooks in fish's mouth. Now he's got a bellows gill and a... Well, whoever catches that fish next is gonna get blessed. Well, I think I'm actually gonna switch it up now. And there goes my drop shot weight. I just dropped out of my mouth. Alright, so I was gonna do spinnerbait, but this is already out. And this is my secret sauce for the river for some smallmouth. I've honestly been throwing this a lot. I think this might be the first day I didn't have this tied on my rod. Literally have not retied anything else. But it is a Mega Bass swim jig. So this is full JDM. Mega Bass swim jig, and then the G-Crack swimmer's gill, or bellows swimmer. This is my favorite lure ever. It is so good. Trailers, put it on an underspin. Dude, literally anything with this lure, it is going to get crushed. I think I'll go for like one on this and then one on the Q-bomb. And then if that works, we will probably start throwing the TK. I just kind of want to catch a few before we start going swim baiting. You know, kind of give you guys something to watch, and then we'll start grinding swim baits. Got one. That's a good one. Oh my God, that's a good one on the swim jig. I think it's a good one. It might not be. He's coming right. Oh, it's not. I thought it was. It's not a bad one. Here we go. I just spiked myself. Ooh, actually landed this one. Oh, he's got some pretty patterns on him. I thought that was a good one the way you hit it in that current. There's a little shallow spot and then it goes about 5-6 foot deep. No, not 6, 4 to 5 foot, because I literally just walked through there and went chest deep. And I was like, I probably should get out of this and fish it from the bank. And there you go. Literally first cast right into the deep spot. He smoked it. Probably gonna keep throwing this for a little bit longer. And then probably switch up to the spinnerbait, but I just spiked the mess out of myself. Literally just threw it right out here in the current. Oh, there's another one. Oh, spit it. Damn, he ripped my tail off too. Please bite that again. You gotta let me catch you. You ripped my tail off. Thinking it was probably a smaller one since it got the tail in and ripped it off, but honestly, you never really know. I've caught fish with no tail with the swim jig because it still has a swimming action because he kind of just rips the paddle tail off. So it still kicks a little bit. Actually kind of looks good like that. It'll definitely work. Maybe. If not, we'll go spinnerbait. All right, let's try the TK. This is a pretty big lure to throw for smallmouth. But I've seen a lot of people crush smallies on these, so. I got it with the, what's that? I don't know what that tail's called, but I'm running no lip. Just kind of fishing like a jerkbait almost. Just causing a lot of flash in that water. I feel like this is almost just like a really big jerkbait in a way. Obviously, you can kind of, no, it's literally a big jerkbait. When you have this tail on and no lip, literally just like a jerkbait. I do have some Krakens at the house that I totally forgot about. I have a bright pink and then like a trout blue color. I wish I had those right now. I feel like those would be way better for smallmouth. But TKs are cooler, so. All right, TK will come back later in the video. All right, so I did already put on the trailer. Like I said, not JDM, but spinnerbait is, so you guys can get mad at me if you want, sorry. But SV3 Mega Bass, best spinnerbait ever. This is actually the only spinnerbait I will spend $15 on. But we're gonna take that swim jig off, put this on. I think the idea of doing bait fish will probably produce the most bites today, so I think this should do good. See how this looks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that actually looks really good. Oh! I broke off. No. Oh my gosh. Something tells me that fish had teeth. Oh. Dude, no. Not the $15 spinnerbait. Damn, I didn't even get the thumbnail yet. Oh my gosh, that fish had teeth. Or my knot was just bad. Oh my goodness. That was a nice fish too, it felt like. Well, I think we're gonna go TK for a little bit. That actually sucks. That is actually so unfortunate, guys. Didn't even get to land a fish on it. Oh my goodness. Well, everything happens for a reason though. Maybe this is a sign to throw the TK. I'm thinking that might have been a fish with teeth. So little, wouldn't really say midday update. It's been about probably 2 to 3 hours. Was just throwing the TK in that current and the tail came off, unfortunately. Probably shouldn't throw it down the current and bring it back towards me. Obviously the tail is gonna come out. Probably just gonna have to order some Temu ones, or I don't know, if I find a real one for cheap, maybe I'll do it, but I just, you know, don't really see the point of ordering expensive lures yet. I do have a throwback, so I do have one, but I'm not too far into swim bait fishing yet, so not gonna do it quite yet. But we are going to go ahead and tie the swim jig back on if I can find it. But we're gonna tie this on as well. This usually actually does pretty good here. I wish I had like a JDM spook. I have a Savage gear, but I'm pretty, that's not. Wait, is Yozuri? Yozuri's JDM, isn't it? We might have to, uh-oh. We might have to tie a spook on, guys. I'm pretty sure Yozuri is JDM. I'll have to look it up, but I'm pretty sure it is. Look at that, bright green spook. But for now, we are gonna throw pompano. If you guys watch Marshall or Throwback Baits, if you guys are, this is basically just a chickadee, just one that's on $100 and a little smaller. One of these wings are bent. Something broke, I don't know. These are pretty durable, kind of not. I've caught a lot of fish on it though, but still works. It's just this one is a little further bent. I don't know if you guys can tell or not, but we're gonna tie this on. This is such a good color for these smallmouth. And then, like I said, tie this on. I'm pretty sure this is JDM. If that doesn't work, then we'll tie the spook on. But yeah, we're gonna go back to swim jig. Just gonna put another bellow swimmer on there. And we'll probably catch a bunch more, hopefully. Actually lied, we are gonna use a mushi bug. I only have one of these. I think I've maybe caught, no, I have caught smallies on this. I do have one left, so. Now these are actually probably the most durable JDM soft plastic that I've used, way more durable than the bellows gills. But yeah, look, super thick material and like squishy rather than, I actually don't know why it's so much more durable, but we're just throwing it on Texas rig with a pretty heavy bullet weight so we can get down in those rapids and kind of just bounce it off bottom. Still got Q-bomb tied on. I'm gonna wait to throw this back on until, you know, if this stuff doesn't work, because I know that'll work. But I kind of want to experiment with some other stuff. I really wish I still had that spinner. I'm still kind of upset about that, but it's whatever. Just gotta keep pushing. I do have more velvet. I'm probably gonna end up tying on another 3.8. Might even try the 5.8. Last time that did work for me. But we are gonna put that pompano on, and then if that doesn't work, I am gonna tie a spook on. So I don't know. I don't remember if the last time I threw this, if it was bent or not. So we'll see how this action looks, because I'm not too sure why this bent, but it did. There is a even cheaper one. This one's like 25. It's kind of pricey. It's actually really pricey, but it's like 27, I think, actually. There's a Spro topwater crawler that's like literally $10. I haven't tried it myself. I know it doesn't have the little back, I don't even know what you would call that. Like kind of like a, it just makes extra noise. Kind of like a whopper flopper type deal, but you know, it just has that extra noise. I know the Spros don't have that, but they do have 2 trebles and the wings. So it's kind of all you need. But yeah, see that one on the, this one's a little more bent. I can't really bend it back either, because it's like, I can't tell what it, something bent out from the tool. Like not the tool, but the hanger. This one's got way more wiggle room, and I can't figure it out why, but yeah, that's what we're throwing now. We got Q-bomb, we have the mushi bug, and we have the pompano. I'm gonna start it off with the mushi bug and then grab the pompano, and if nothing's here, we'll keep moving down. But hopefully something. This is what you want to look for when you're fishing rivers. So you got rapids coming off, just fast moving water coming off these rocks. And then you see this tree. So this is called an eddy right here. You want to look for stuff that breaks the current. And what smallmouth like to do is hide in those spots and attack bait fish as they flow down the current or try and swim out of it. Yep. Oh, pulled off, dude. As I was explaining that, that's so sick. See if he'll eat it again. Oh, he's got it. Got him. There he is. Oh, there he went. Wasn't a big one. But yeah, that is basically how you want to catch a smallmouth bass. There's usually always one in these eddies. Now, if they're the chance of them biting every time might not be 100%, but there's usually always one, especially with a good runoff like this into a decently deep eddy with some structure. You're probably gonna have a pretty good chance. All right, so I'm tying on the spook because I have had 3 people talk to me about stripers, and I've been looking for stripers all summer. I've caught hybrids out of here, pretty decent sized ones, but they're talking about actual stripers. Who knows if they're actually right? But I kind of want to throw this anyway, so let's see if we can't catch us a striper. That'd be sick. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, it's a giant smallie. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, guys. He's only got the back hooks. That's a big smallie. Oh my gosh, that's a big smallie. Oh, that's like a 3-pounder. Oh my gosh. Okay, maybe not a 3, but good lord. He crushed that. Look at that. First nice one of the day. Decided to put that spook on. Oh my gosh. Literally was just throwing right here. Dead center, he smoked it. Look at that fish. Such a pretty fish. He's all like bent up. Oh, I was gonna try and get some pictures, but that'll do it. Well, that probably wasn't even 5th cast with the spook. And literally out of the middle of the water. He was probably chasing it down from the bank. I was just sitting here chopping it. Just like this. Like a glide bait almost. And I thought it was a big striper, but it was a... I didn't get to weigh that smallmouth. I was gonna weigh it. I'm guessing like 2.5 probably. Nice one. But smoked that Yozuri spook in that bright neon green. Oh my god, he's on it. Oh, he hit it 3 times. That might have been a striper. Damn. I don't know if that was a striper or not. Just kind of chasing it like one. I don't know if I should have slowed that down or sped it up right there. Probably slowed it down. So he's being so aggressive. Let me know what you guys usually do. Oh, he's on it again. The slow down didn't work either. I might just maybe bring it further. Right down after that hit. Could have just been a tiny smallmouth. Little one. Like, why are you even eating that? Nice, dude. Just eating this to put trebles in my finger. Like that. The size of the spook. There we go. Came back for it. Alright, we got that tied on. Usually does really good for smallmouth. I am on the way back up, so hopefully we can find some more on the way back up. I'm gonna fish this right side instead of what I already fished. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. We caught a good amount of fish actually. Caught that good one on the spook. Super hyped about that. What else did we do? I don't even know. Missed a bunch on the cover scat. I don't know what it was. I think I need to like pack less. Kind of help my hook sets. I don't know. Maybe I need to switch to reeling left-handed low-key. Not gonna do that. But yeah, I don't know. We just missed a bunch on the mushy bug. Just, I don't know. We did land some, so I can't really be too mad. I'm really bummed, and I wish what didn't happen was us breaking that spinnerbait off. I feel like we would have caught a bunch more fish. Of course, I'll say this because it didn't happen, but I feel like we probably would have landed some fish on a spinnerbait. Whatever bit it was big, I feel like, but I think it definitely had teeth, so it could have been a gar or a pike. I don't think a gar would hit that hard though. Like I felt it, so I feel like maybe a pike. Could have just been a smallie and I tied a bad knot. But if it was a big one for sure. And then just as I was walking back, we did have the cover scat on. Missed a huge fish on that. I don't know what it was. My rod literally came out my hands almost, right up under that tree. I'm kind of leaning towards catfish just based on kind of what the structure was looking like. They like to hang around them layovers of trees, and then he kind of like just bit it and like went down. You know, it was probably a flathead. Could have been a big smallie too though. I don't know because I didn't see it, but I tried to set the hook and he was already gone. But yeah, we caught some on the swim jig, caught some on the bellows gill. We did land some on the mushy bug. So yeah, I mean, spook didn't really throw the pompano. I don't know, it's not the best bait to throw like in rapids, but if you're like fishing eddies, it's pretty good for that. But I wanted to throw the spook, and literally 5th cast got bit. Missed like 2 on that one. They were just kind of nipping at it. I think we did catch 3 on the spook actually. We did do a lot better than I'm thinking now that I'm remembering. But if you guys did enjoy this video, like and subscribe. Let me know if you guys want to see like more challenge stuff. I know like when I first started, I was kind of doing like YouTuber type stuff, and now I'm kind of just like doing my own thing, like JDM stuff, swim baits, you know, kind of trend following, kind of not, because I don't really throw swim baits. Just trying to find my own type of style. But if you guys want to see like YouTuber videos, like yak pack type stuff, like challenges, honestly that's usually what gets the views on my account. That's why I was doing it, to kind of build my algorithm up. But I kind of like went away from that, and I still been getting pretty good views just kind of doing just straight fishing content, like just going out using whatever lures I want and fishing, which I kind of prefer. But like if you guys do want to see some challenges like this, honestly it wasn't even a challenge for me today because this is how I fish usually. But I still throw conventional stuff. Like I'm not like a die-hard like, oh, if it's not JDM or a big swim bait, I'm not throwing it. I don't really do that. I just kind of like do whatever I want to do basically that is fun for me and catches me fish. But yeah, man, hopefully you guys did enjoy, and be on the lookout because I've been grinding. There's probably already videos scheduled after this one if I stayed on track, but I'll catch you on the next one.